Okay, well, my topic is change yourself and change your life. Many people suggest that change your mind. I bet to differ a little. I think changing your mind is not enough. Changing your mind alone is not enough. That is my stand. I believe you must change yourself. Because if you just change your mind without taking action, you have to change your complete self. So if you change yourself, you can change your life. Yourself creates your life. If you don't like your life, change yourself. If you want, change your mom. If you don't change yourself. If you want, change your dad. If you don't change yourself. If you want, change your boyfriend or girlfriend. If you don't change yourself. If you want, go and change your hair. If you don't change yourself, nothing is going to change for you. For things to change, you have to change. Yourself creates your life. Some of the choices you are making, that led to what is happening. So that is why I focus on change yourself and change your life. And my job here today is to help you change the way you think about yourself, help you feel better about yourself, and help you make new choices. And then I'll make this promise. If you change yourself, your life will never be the same. These are my promises for you. I think normally as a speaker, when you come to speak, there are 3 questions your audience normally ask. Number 1, who are you? Number 2, why should we listen to you? And number 3, why should we even care? The first one, who are you? I'm an author. I love to read and I write. I'm a writer. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I teach. Anyway, I've written 2 books. My 2 books are there. So I'm an author. I'm an author of this book and this book. I love to read and write, so I'm an author. I'm also a speaker, public speaker, motivational speaker. My goal is to be a world-class speaker. It's rather unfortunate there's no projector. I plan on several things to show to my audience, but sometimes you plan, other things happen. But hey, we just have to move on, keep going. Exactly. So my goal is to be a world-class speaker. And another thing is that I'm a coach. After my teaching, somebody is there, he needs me personally, coaching. I do that. Normally, we just organize meet at KFC. Just sit down, discuss whatever issue you are having. We'll discuss them. So that is who I am. Now, why should we listen to you? My 2 brothers and I, we grew up without a father figure in our lives. Our parents divorced when we were very young. Anytime we see our friends, their mothers and fathers together, we feel jealous. We feel not lucky. Sometimes we feel not even important. Trust me, it sucks. As a young guy, it sucks. It affected us emotionally, mentally, physically. Most importantly, financially. My elder brother became a drunkard and he subsequently died. May his soul rest in perfect peace. My younger brother is in Accra. He's having problem he's taking this Tramol, weed smoking. He has been arrested twice. But the question is that, why is it I am not like that? I'm a writer. I'm a professional teacher. I'm handling social studies. I'm a social studies tutor for Pontamale Senior High School. I'm a professional teacher. I've completed senior high, completed college, got married, blessed with a son, completed university. Okay. So why is it that I am not a drunkard? I'm not a weed smoker. I don't take Tramol. I don't even know how it tastes. I'm married. I'm blessed with a son. Professionally trained as a tutor. Written 2 books. Most of you that are fond of watching NTV, Time with the Motivator, you'll find me speaking. If you go on YouTube, every day I upload a new video. I think I have 400 50 plus subscribers right now. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. Why is it that I am not a drunkard, I'm not a weed smoker, I've not been arrested? How many of you would like to know why I am not like that? I mean, the same father, the same mother, the same issue, others go this way, I am not. How many of you would like to know why I am not like that? Okay, so we are in the same, we are in a good company. Now the last question, my audience, why should we even care? Well, if you don't feel like, if you don't want to feel good about yourself, if you are okay with the results you are getting, if you are not willing to assist anybody, then don't listen to me. But if you really want to change certain things in your life, I will advise you listen to me. Now, what are some of the things I did that works for me? Before I came for this program, I met a friend. He told me he was having a similar seminar, and that he's afraid. I said, then my friend, you are a taker. That, what do you mean? I said, great speakers are givers. When you are a giver, you have no fear. But when you think of taking, you become afraid. You become desperate. You are not thinking about them, you are thinking about yourself. Listen, I am here to give. That is my goal. And there's something you know that is working for you. There is something you do that is working for you. Listen, others are suffering. Things are hard. The only reason why they invite you to speak, come and give us something. What is it that you know that is working? What is that thing you do that is working? Come and speak to us on that. That is the most important thing. Now, the first thing that helped me change my life, myself, was, it's not what happens to you. It's not what happens to you. It's what you do about it. Life is 10% what happens to you, 90% what you do about it. I've been fortunate. Sometimes I'll go and sit with those who are weed smokers, drunkards, just to question them. I mean, why are you doing like this? Why are you taking Tramadol? Why are you taking weed? Why are you doing that? Hey, my mom don't care. My dad is poor. No one cares for me. Things are hard. The government is wicked. My parents are bad. All my friends don't care. Things are very hard. I'm from a poor background. I said, that's 10%. What are you going to do about it? Me, I will take weed. I will take Tramadol. I'm gonna take alcohol. I said, would that change them? No, it will change you. It just hits somebody. Life is 10% what happens to you, 90% what you choose to do about it. Anything that happened to you, ask yourself, do I have the freedom to choose how I respond to this issue? For example, I'm passing. A lady insults me. I can decide to slap her. Or I can decide to say, wait a minute. What is she going through? Maybe she's not happy. Maybe she's in her menses. Maybe she's feeling pain. And just walk around. You always have the freedom to choose how you respond. When anything that happens, there are two things. You can either react or respond. When you react, it's not going to help you. When you respond, you see different results. So the first thing that helps was, you have to first of all change your mindset. The Bible says, as a man thinks, so is he. If you think you are useless, that is who you are. You are the way you think you are. As a man think, as a woman think, so is she. If you think of yourself less, the way you think of anything will affect who you are. So let's start with the way we think. I used to think Ghana was a wrong country. How many of you believe Ghana is a wrong country? Please raise your hand. Ghana is just a wrong country. This guy give me 5 fingers. I like that. Ghana is just a wrong country. I like that. I like that. Actually, I used to think Ghana was a wrong country until I met my mentor. He said, Yunus, Ghana is not a wrong country. You are the wrong person. I said, what, me, wrong person? What, me, wrong person? What do you mean? I said, then he said, let's come to the whole West Africa. the most peaceful country in the whole West Africa is Ghana. All the other West African countries have experienced war except Ghana. He said, secondly, let's come to natural resources. We have gold, we have timber, we have cocoa, we have bauxite, we have oil, we have what? So that Ghana is not a wrong country, we are the wrong people. And that until we change, Ghana can never change. He said, who created Ghana? I said, God. That doesn't create a bad thing. Listen, we are the wrong people. Until we fix ourselves. Who are the people who dirty Ghana? Is it Ghana east of that dirty Ghana? I always tell people, look, let's not try to change the environment. No, let's change the people. The people destroy the environment. If you are a dirty person and you enter a clean environment, guess what? You dirty the environment. If you are a clean person and you enter a dirty environment, guess what? You clean it. Your environment is a reflection of who you are. Look, stop trying to change outside. Let's fix the people. Because the people, even if we decorate the environment, the people will destroy it again. We are wasting money. Change the people. The people have the wrong mindset. So the first thing I need to fix, okay, how many of you still believe Ghana is a wrong country? You are not being honest. So my second issue has to do with, I used to think my future is in Amsterdam. How many of you believe your future is outside Ghana? Like maybe USA, United States, where, which country? Paris. I like that. I think he's being honest. Who again? I mean, your future is outside Ghana. Your future is somewhere. I thought my future was in Amsterdam. Paris. Who again? Singapore. Okay. Okay. Is that all we can get? Actually, I used to think my future was in Amsterdam. Only to realize that there are armed robbers in Amsterdam. There are beggars in Amsterdam. Or there are not beggars in Singapore. I don't know armed robbers in Paris. This is a country I thought my future is in there. And there are armed robbers there. There are beggars there. I have a female friend who is in USA. She told me the other day she was passing a white lady in USA. Is a beggar, come to a Ghanaian lady. She removed $1 and gave her. It's not the country, it's you. For things to change, you have to change. You see that room you are, you think is the problem. Change that room and go to another room. If you are the same self, nothing will change for you. You see that young lady you are with, you think she's the wrong person. Change her and pick another one. If you don't change yourself, the same problem will happen. Stop dodging problems. Take full responsibility. I am responsible. And if I am responsible, then I can change it. Stop running away from. That is true freedom. When you take 100% responsibility of your life, you get freedom. But immediately you subscribe blame, it will make you feel good for a short period of time, but that's serious wahala. Another thing, I used to blame the government. How many of you used to blame the government? The government just a wicked. I like that. Bad governance, stupid. The government just wicked. Yes, yes. Our problem. The only reason why we are suffering is the government. Yes, yes. I like this guy. I like our major problem in life is just the government. So our mentality is that if we change the government, our life will be so let's start with J.J. Rollins. I mean, when J.J. Rawlings was in power, I mean, he did his best, but have our life changed? I'm not talking of politicians' life. You, the citizen, have your life changed? A time came we realized that, no, well, we're not happy with him. So we brought in who? J.O. Kufuor. He did his best, but how has our life changed as citizens, not the politician? Yeah, I have a microphone. Okay. Has our life changed? After 8 years, he did his best. But you as a citizen have your life. I'm not talking of the politician, because I know some few politicians I knew back then, very poor. After they went into election, they become something else, cars. But the individual citizens that voted, if you narrow it down, have your life changed? So we changed J.O. Kufuor. We brought Prof. Adamus. We brought Prof. Let me have the back. I think I kept my marker there. Because I have a teaching background, we the teachers, we like to illustrate things. Yes. So we brought in Prof. Adamus. He did his best. But that thought we have, the only way to change my life is to change the government. After we changed J.O. Kufuor and brought Prof. Adamus, not the politicians, we the individual citizens have our life changed. I remembered when he died, John Dramani Mahama. I'm a Gonja by tribe. I don't play tribalism here, but when that man was contesting for election, I went to every village to vie for that man. I said, listen, the Southerners, when they win, they only care for themselves. Vote for John Mahama. If your life don't change, come and arrest me. We went to every corner because we believe that once we change this government, the only reason why we are suffering is because of this government. If we change this government, our life will. Fortunately, John Mahama won. That day, come and say, Solo, take it, John Mahama, yeah, John Mahama. After 2-3 years, Dumsa will start dodging people. I don't know how to vote for John Mahama. I said, yes, but I don't control him. Come and see attack from it. These places are burning. Sometimes you go to work, come, light off. Corruption. The minister speaking by heart. The same minister before election, look at how they used to speak. Now after winning, look at the way they just speak anyhow. Also, then I have to be careful. Change the government mentality, have to be careful. I keep on changing these people, but my life really, I wasn't seeing any reflection. So, okay. Okay, issue.
Hold it like this way.
Okay.
So that.
Okay. So we said, if John Mahama has failed us, let's bring in Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. I was among the pioneers. I believed if Nana comes, my life will change. Yes. Unkumarla believe ma. Nana, oh, Nana, one village, one time. Nana, oh, Nana, one village, one time. Nana, oh, Nana. Your village is there, damn. Listen, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean he's a bad government. He has done his part, but has our life changed? This double track, the female students that were coming, the number of them that got pregnant, you were shocked. We were shocked. Last 3 weeks, we were made to understand that our children will write exams before they leave. Then they came another directive. No. They should go and come back and write. I was teaching my class and I asked the student, do you know that you have to go back and come and write? That who should come back? So what do you mean? That must have been forgot. I said, come back and write. That must have mean I won't come back and write. I said, if you don't come, we will fail you. That must have been forgotten. There's no more failure. You just hit year 1. Whether you pass or not year 2, whether year 3. That when they came in year 1, they suffered and studied. Those who were not coming at all, when they went to year 2, they moved with them. Then those who were not studying say, all your study, come in as a kujinipi. It discouraged you. I was shocked. There are 2 ways your life can change. You can change outside, then it will affect you. But the best way is to first change inside. When you are trying to change outside, the government, the country, the people, and it's not fixing, stop that. Stop trying to change outside when you have no control over that. Change inside. What am I thinking? What are my habits? How do I spend my time? What do I put in my mouth? What do I feed in my mind? Work on you. When you start changing, you start making certain decisions. Certain people cannot be with you anymore. Change yourself and change your life. The other people I used to blame was my parents. How many of you like, especially my dad? Everybody have especially in their family. My own was my dad because we grew up without a father figure in our life. I thought the reason why I was suffering was because of my dad. So I used to blame my parents. My mom is poor. My dad don't care. I don't know. So maybe if my parents just changed, my life will be changed. For 15 years now, you've been trying to change your parents. Have they changed? You are wasting your time. They will never change. Mandra, I can't change you, man. They won't mind you. So if you are waiting for your parents to change for you to feel happy, I already start feeling pity for you. They will never change. It doesn't mean they are bad people. If you can't change them, change yourself. Another thing to change with regard to parents was to learn how to forgive. I have to learn how to forgive my dad. Most people feel like if I forgive, it means that I validate what the person has done. It's to set yourself free. You can't move. You see, when you refuse to forgive, you feel bitterness in you. It blocks God's blessings on you. You can't move. You read, you can't grab. You are into a relationship, you destroy it. You're always afraid. If it is your dad and you are a lady and you are with a man, you always feel like that man too will do like that. You can't have any happy relationship. I love this man. He's one of my favorite writers. He said, forgiveness is the fragrance the violence shed over the hills that have crushed it. When you forgive, there's some fulfillment and happiness that will come into your life. So many things will change for you. So that your parents, please forgive them. So I'm happy they brought this. Now this, even if you've not learned anything, please don't joke with this one. And if you have your phone, you can write that formula. If you have a pen and book, you can write it. E plus R equals to 0. This is what determines our destiny. This is what determines our destiny. Events plus response equals to outcome. You are walking, somebody insults you. Did you choose the person to insult you? So you have the freedom to choose whether you react or you respond. In all, that will determine the outcome. So somebody insults you. You can decide to react. You can decide to slap the person. And that will lead to another thing. Or you can decide to say, maybe the person is suffering. Maybe things are hard for the person. And move on. I gave 2 children 14 cedi. One decided to buy toffee. 14 cedi. One decided to use his 14 cedi, to buy slipper for Salah wear. So he had a brand new slipper. One decided to use his 14 cedi, buy toffee. Because Salah day, the children use their Barakah Salah to buy toffee. So he used 14 cedi, bought toffee, sold to his friends. He had 30 cedi. He came, bought the slipper 14 cedi, and still have 16 cedi. It's not what happened, it's what you choose to do that will determine this. If you want, poor and rich is the same thing. Let me find out how you spend your money. If you get money, how do you spend your money? You just get money. Where do you spend your money? How do you spend your money? The first thing. Okay, you buy things you want. Things like, well, assuming you just get 1,000 cedi, how would you spend it? Okay. You invest. Like, invest in what? Slipper business. That is your, okay. So you won't eat, you won't buy clothing, you think of investment. Okay, see now, when you just get money, how do you spend your money? Assuming you just get money, how do you spend your money? Okay.
I'll have to buy
Food stuff. Okay, needs. Okay. For a particular period. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you are married. Oh, that's good. Okay. For those of you single, don't think you are smart. The more you wait, the more they are having sex with your future wife. Continue. Okay. Okay, so you focus on needs. I like this guy. Young lady, how do you spend your money? If you get money, how do you spend your money? I just need 3 people and I'm done. Food and clothing and chill with friends. So needs and then entertainment. I like that. So let me get a last. When you get your money, how do you spend your money? You buy book. Okay, you talk of education. What again? Breakfast. And okay, so you all have 1,000 cedi. Do you all spend it the same way? So would you have the same outcome? You see, God have no favorite. Nature have no favorite. This is what determines your destiny. Now, if you are from a poor background, you want to change from poverty to riches. Do you know that poverty is a result? Riches is a result. Do you know that? Have you ever seen poor people today they are rich? They were once poor, but today they are rich. Have you ever seen rich people today they are poor? It's not destiny. Now God just gave everything. You just be poor. It's from a country. It's a result. If you are from poor background, you want to change your life. When you get money, the first thing you think of is God. For the purity of the other 90, it's better to get purity 90 than a curse 100. It's not that shirt. God gave you that opportunity. Remove his part for him. The second is asset. Know the difference between asset and liability. Liabilities are things you buy with your money that take money from you. Poor people like liability. They like it because they need to prove to people they are successful. So they look good, kakakubo. Like they spend all their money to look good. Liability are things you spend money on that takes money from you and they depreciate in value. Assets are things you buy with your money that increase in value and also add money to you. So when I was at the college, I never knew the difference between liability and asset. So when our money came, guess what? I bought Combian for myself, Mapuka for my wife. I bought air condition, flat screen TV, unless you saw my phone. This is a guy from poor home. I need to prove to people I'm rich. Kakokobo. I didn't know. So when I identified the difference between asset and liability, I said, what? This is the graph for rich people. They spend more of their money on assets, more on liability. This is the graph for poor people. They spend more on liabilities. That is if they even think of asset. So the same human being reacts differently. So the outcome is different. They say, oh, we start making some unhealthy conclusions. Meanwhile, if you just change, things will change for you. So what I did, I sold my Combian. I added money and I bought photocopier. I'm a teacher by profession. Every time I run photocopy for this school, I get 300. Photocopy for this school, 350. Photocopy for this school, 150. Small, I started my container. Today I have 2 employees in my shop. I sell pens, I sell stationery, photocopier, we do those kind of things. Another thing is that there was a plot of land 2010 at Dr. 4.555 million. I went to my network, pick it and bought 4 of it. Today each plot is 45 million. Yes, you buy that brand new motorbike. After a year, what happened? And then when you are poor, you say, it's your actions. You are ignorant. God has no favorite. You can't act poor and be rich. And then you blame the government and blame your parents. I don't have much time. Let me just summarize some of them. Another thing is that those of you arguing, this for you, differentiate between opinion and facts. If I give you apple juice and you taste it and said it's nice, and I gave that same apple juice for you and you said it's not nice, which of you is right? If I said who is the first president of the United States of America, it's George Washington. You said Clinton. You said Washington. He said Abraham Lincoln. Which of them is right? George Washington. Who is the current president of Ghana? Nana Addo Dankwa. So you said it's John Mahama. You said it's Nana. Which of you is right? You are right, right? But if I give that same apple juice to you and you said it's not nice and you said it's nice, which of you is right? Opinions are different from facts. You see, what you saw, what you hear, what you experience is different from what this guy saw and experienced. So when you are expressing your opinion, it's true. So I've seen many people argue, NDC and NPP, who is the best? John Mahama and Nana, who is the best? Fansigada and Makasio, who is the best? See Ronaldo and Messi, who is the best? Some people can argue and beat each other, then go and sleep. On opinions. That is That is what I saw. That is what I experienced. You don't experience that. Our problem is that immediately it's a long time somebody gets chance to argue with me. You can judge the size of a man by what gets him angry. Stupid people cannot piss me off. My level of understanding is very high to give someone permission to have problem with me. Immediately I start looking at, is he talking of facts or opinion? He's talking of opinion. Okay, that is how he feels. That's how he thinks. So you are right. You are right. Thank you. You are right. We didn't argue with you. The fact that I never saw that doesn't mean it's wrong. I don't determine what is real, what is not. I am not the status quo. So I appreciate him. But this is how and if you don't learn this, you and your wife will be fighting. Because she's in a different world. Her thought about love was different. And your own is different. So when my wife just asked, is she talking of facts or opinion? Okay, she's on feelings. Okay, Queen, you are right. You are right. Then she feels good. Okay, so I have two things to say in our end. Protect your mind and what to consider in choosing a marriage partner. Protect your mind. A marriage. Okay. Yeah, you can clean it. The enemy is after your mind. The enemy is not after your vagina. The enemy is not after your penis. The enemy is not after your beauty or handsomeness. It's after your mind. Once you get a person's mind, the body is a slave to the mind. If when your hands can be like this, if your mind is okay, I got problem. Your two hands can be like this. If your mind is okay, I got problem. Your two legs and hands can be like this. If your mind is okay, I got problem. But if these hands are okay, the legs are okay, but there's something wrong with your mind, I'm sorry, you are gone. Listen, protect your mind. Choose what you feed in your mind, because you become what you feed in your mind. I don't know what you want to be, but if you want to be a doctor, study medicine. Don't study law, study medicine. If you want to be a lawyer, study law. If you want to be an engineer, study engineering. If you want to be a motivational speaker, study motivation. You become what you feed in your mind. If you want to be a professional teacher, go to college and feed your mind with those things. If you want to be a nurse, go to nursing college and feed your mind. Whatever you feed in your mind, you become. And if you feed your mind with Jerusalem, you become Jerusalem. A lady told me, Mr. Yunus, the guy can have my everything. He can have my mind. He can have my everything. But I will never give my body to the guy. I say, you are a fool. If a guy gets your mind, the body is cheap. If you get a lady mind, even if she's in Tamale and you're on Takwa, she will lie there, Sharif. Last week, Sharif. Sharif. The body is a slave to the mind. It's not, that is why when the Bible says as a man or woman thinks, so is she. It's not possible to move the mind and the body will not go. Wherever your mind goes, the bodies go with it. So it's very, very important. Protect your mind. It's very, very important. Once you get a person's mind, that ends it. I don't care how happy you are. If the enemy gets your mind, that ends it. So protect your mind. What do you feed in your mind? Choose what you feed in your mind. It's very, very important. Now, how many of you are not yet married? I like the way this guy raised his hand. I like that. Okay, so this is for you. This is for you. Listen, this is for you. I'm coming to my conclusion. This is for you. First of all, understand that love is not emotions. I've been married for 8-9 years now, blessed with a son. I'm telling you, Understand that love is not emotions. Emotions are actually chemical reactions that changes every 5 seconds. So that young lady, you see her buttocks, her curve shapes, her breasts, go, wow, I love this lady. That's not love. That's a chemical reaction. You're going to see another lady and feel the same way. See another one and feel the same way. See a third one. So what happened with the first one? That is why many men commit adultery. They confuse love with emotions. Love is something you do for someone else. For instance, I know that this is what makes you happy. I won't do it. Why? I don't feel happy. No, it's not about you. Love is not something you do for yourself. This is what will make my woman happy. I'll be a fool not to do it. This is what will make my man happy. I'll be a stupid not to do it. So first of all, love is not emotions. It's very, very important. Now, there are 4 factors to consider. There are many factors, but I have limited time. There are 4 factors to consider in choosing a suitable partner. Number 1, character. What that lady you love, what is her character? Yes, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. What is her character? That young man, he has 6 parts, he's handsome, blah, blah, blah. What is his character? Mr. Yunus, how do I know a person's character? 1, if she's a lady, find out how does her mother treat the father. 10 years to come, she will treat you the same way. If he's a guy, find out how does his father treat the mother. 10 years to come, he will treat you the same way. This is research proving. It's backed by research. Last, I was having a program, one network marketing involved me. When I spoke, one old man, he has been married for 15 years. Now sometimes it doesn't even reach 10 years, 3 years, she will start acting that way. The second thing to consider is how does the person handle money? How does the person handle money? Normally when we are in the emotional bottom, you get up, the first person you thought of is her or is him. You saw her touching your hair. You see him touching you. When you are to sleep, the last person you thought of is the person. When you get up, the first person. Your mom could see something wrong and tell you, say, Ma, no, I could jet you. You just don't like us. Your friend will see something wrong and say, no, you are just jealous of us. Because that emotions separate who you are from your emotions. So how does the person spend money? Is she a saver or a spender? Some women, you give them 1,000 cedi, a day is gone. And some you give them 1,000 cedi, she'll manage a whole month. So know the type of lady you are dealing with. Know the type of guy you are dealing with. Some guys are not investors. They are not even savers. They are trying to prove something. The lady will work her ass off. You don't give this lady nothing and she work hard and print the money. And you go and buy a nice clothing. What are you saying? To prove to who? When we are suffering. You don't need to prove to anybody. So that guy you are with, how does he spend money? Because this is someone you are going to have children with. You are going to live 30, 40 years with. How do they spend money? The third thing is spirituality. How spiritual is the person? My wife have traveled for some number of years now. Do I know what she's doing over there? Does she know what I'm doing here? It takes spirituality to really sustain your marriage. How spiritual is she? I'm not talking of too much spirituality. When you are too much, you are like, you don't even make the marriage nice again. When you just touch it, Subhanallah, la ilaha illallah. Prophet and his wife, the wife will give prophet this meat. He will cut it. The same part he cut, he will give it to her. They chop love. Anyone says Subhanallah, we Subhanallah. So the person's spirituality. And the last one is the love language. Love language is what your partner needs to feel loved. Not what you need, what your partner needs to feel loved. So we have quality time, we have words of affirmation, we have physical touch. Everybody in their love language, what they need to feel loved. For me, my love language is words of affirmation and physical touch. If I dress with suit, my wife looked at me and said, "Woo, Mr. Yunus, you look awesome. You are the best man," and hold me and kiss me. From the house to workplace, my munya so I'm just I am gone. For some, it's different thing. But my wife, her love language is quality time and act of service. If she's cooking and my son is crying, if you really say you love me, you two come and take care of the child. Don't stand there and say, Aku Babima, me, I love you so much. No. Help me. So I've come to the end of my speech. Status in the world. My goal is to become a world-class speaker, so pray for me. And try and go on YouTube. I need 1,000 subscribers. I think I hit 450 subscribers now. Just click Ibrahim Yunus. It will come. Every day I download a new episode. If you just click Ibrahim Yunus, it will come, then you subscribe. Every time I put in content, you receive it and you listen to me. Status in the world is not defined by what work you do, but by how well you do what you do. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you are a carpenter, you are a tailor, you are a teacher, you are a nurse, you are a police, you are an entrepreneur, you are a writer, you are a mason, you are a seller, you are a watch seller, you are a repairer. It doesn't matter what you do. Whatever you do, give it your all, and everybody around you shall benefit from it. And remember what Prophet said, that la yu'minu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li ahihi ma yuhibba li nafsihi. That none of you is truly a believer until you wish for your brother what you wish for yourself. I wish the best for myself, and I wish all of you the best. God bless.